Hello, hello. Hello, party people. Oh, that's really close. Okay. Let me get myself adjusted here. I thought I had everything adjusted, and now it looks like everything's out of focus. So let me just. Hi, Jeremy. How you doing today? Hi, Mickey. Hi, Odd But Nice. Marie Casey. Marie Casey. Hi, Marie. Diamond Painting with Dreamer, Creative Mayhem, Nick and Tina, Color with Crafts. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming over here. I really appreciate it. And I will say Pepper's made that a real nice, smooth transition. So, oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. Hyper Cactus, Teresa Addy, Marilyn B. Jeremy, is that the same? That's the same. Oh, very good, Jeremy. Thank you. Wow, this is really fast. Hi, Marissa. Lizzie's World Gems, Diamond Paint with Dave. Hi, Dave. I've seen a couple of your videos. I love your cat. Your cat's amazing. Rebecca McClellan, Susan Mascarenas. I hope I pronounced that okay. Gina. Hi, Gina Wynn. Diamond painting and craft with orchid. Ooh, orchids are great. Okay, hi everybody who's come in. You can see my fingers. I'm trying to get myself adjusted here. I thought I set everything up, and then of course things just aren't quite where I wanted them to be. My magnets are not cooperating with me. Come on, you. Okay, because I want this in the frame where you can see it. So this is, yeah. Oh, it's backwards. Maybe it's not backwards for you. Anyway, yeah, I'm still getting used to this whole camera angle thing. This is only my second live ever, and I, like it, a silly person, I decided to do my angle different on this one than I did on my first one. So of course things are wonky, but thank you so much for coming. I'm working on a painting here. I'm not going to pan out, and thank you so much, Marissa. I actually made this myself, so that's part of the reason I want it in here. I have these for sale on my Etsy page. Okay, still dyslexic with the angles. Okay. So if that's not reading straightforward for you, oh my gosh, there we go. This says, "You are safe with me," is what this says. Focus that a little bit. Yeah, okay. So you are, oh my gosh, I had it and there we, okay. You were safe with me. So I have these for sale on my Etsy shop. The link is in the description if you're interested. And they do have, it's got magnets on the back. And what I usually do is you can see this little disc down here. It's a flat metal disc. And you can put that on the underside of your canvas and then it just snaps like that. So thank you, Crafting with Peppers. I appreciate that. Let's see. Okay. Dang, those opposable thumbs. Hi, Cajun Sunshine. Welcome to the chat. Okay, so I was gonna pick a color before I got started, and then I didn't pick a color. So let me let me do that and readjust here. Let's see. So I'm actually gonna start with these A's up in the corner. Oh, and what I was gonna say is I'm not gonna pan out and show you the whole image because so I was not a conscientious buyer when I purchased this canvas. I got this off of Amazon. But I did not make sure that it was a licensed image and that they were allowed to have it and all that sort of stuff. So this is actually this image. I think I've tracked down the artist. So I think this was actually made by someone who goes by, and I've already forgotten their name. It's in the description. It's like Varla Arts. Yeah, Varla Arts on DeviantArt is the only place that I could find this image as the original image. So I'm thinking that's who the original artist is. So that link is actually in the description. So if you're interested in finding out more about this art, then go check out that link. I'm not going to link the Amazon site because those folks have made these canvases without the permission of the artist, but the artist doesn't appear to actually be selling their artwork either. So that's kind of why I went ahead and decided to go ahead and do this this particular canvas today. Some of the other canvases I have going right now are also not licensed art, so I don't want to I don't want to feature those on my channel if you know, if the artists aren't getting paid. So let me check the chat here. Oh, crafting journey with Rebecca. Hi. My Etsy shop is the same as my YouTube shop, so it's Mislaid pages on Etsy, just like it is here on YouTube. I think it's without spaces on Etsy, and there should be a link in the description as well if that's easier for you. So hopefully, yeah, okay. You can see what I'm doing. I can't see what I'm doing, especially because my camera is actually in the way of my pen. And this is, so I can do all my product spots at one time. So this is a diamond painting pen that I got from Handmade Diamond Painting Pens on Facebook. And I can probably add the link later. Hi, Pippa. Working and lurking. I know how that is. Let's see if I can do this now. Maybe I can actually diamond paint while I'm on camera. The last time I did a live, I actually had a teeny tiny notebook canvas. I think I still have that sitting close to me. I can probably pull that out. So that was much easier. Oh, bumping the camera. Sorry. That was much easier to work on because it was much smaller. And I had a smaller work in progress that I could have brought, but no, I decided I decided I'd do things more difficult today. Because why not? Why not make things as difficult for yourself as possible, right? So how is everybody doing today? I see a bunch of you came over from, guess who's finished payroll? This girl. Yeah. Get it, Cajun Sunshine. But yeah, so I noticed a bunch of you came over from Pepper's live. So that's so awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Happy to see you all here. Is anybody doing anything fun other than, you know, getting major things accomplished like Cajun Sunshine? I was actually, I know a bunch of people are doing that diamond painting tag, and I thought about doing that, but then I was like, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and the lives have been going for like a day and a half. Is anybody really gonna want to do more diamond painting tags? Really, really? So yeah, so I I decided not to bother with the diamond painting tag, especially because I mean, if y'all are interested in those specific questions, I can certainly tell you what my preferences are as far as square and round and all that sort of stuff. Pardon the noise. I'm looking for my wax. Oh, wow. I just had a total brain fart. Okay. So my wax, interestingly enough, is in this little thing that says wax. So yay, Jessie. By the way, my name is Jessie. Mislaid Pages is my page, but my name is Jessie. I do all kinds of crafts. Diamond painting, I'm a little bit of a novice at. Yeah, see, here's all my wax. That's why I couldn't find my wax. That's awesome. Okay. But anyway, so I do all kinds of crafts. My big thing these days is actually cross stitch. That's what I do most of. So if you end up checking out my channel outside of this, then you'll find that I have lots and lots of floss tube. Well, not lots and lots. I have several floss tube videos. Let's see. Yeah, DP for the rest of the day. That's a good reward. Just trying to catch up with the chat. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. But yeah, so I have a bunch of floss tube videos. That's my primary thing right now. I hadn't gotten into lives and diamond painting for a long time just because the camera angles are so weird. And all of you who are creators, you know this. Like, you have to get special equipment and you have to figure out your directions, and you know, there's all this stuff that you have to do. And I was just like, you know, as much as I love watching other people do that, I'm not sure that I really want to do that myself. You know, I don't know if that's my thing. So I stayed out of it for a long time. And then I started seeing people I started watching floss tubes, and I was like, oh, well, floss tube, you just sit in front of the camera and you just talk and you just tell people all about your cross stitch stuff. And it's fantastic. And I was like, I can do that. So, so I started making those videos. Shortly after Rachel Ray Craft started making her floss tube videos, that was sort of what was the final push, was Rachel getting into floss tube videos. And so now I'm doing floss tube. And those of you who are familiar with Stone Cold Coffee Crafts, Heike does floss tube. She's done a floss tube now. I think she should have another one coming up pretty soon. I think she's going to do hers on the 15th and the last day of the month, or the 1st and the 15th, something like that. So she should have another one coming up, and I'm super excited about that. They both get into these projects that I wouldn't necessarily have even known about or seen. Oh yeah, if you're using a drafting table, oh my gosh. I see some people's setups and I'm just like, how do you even figure that out? In fact, for my first live, Jeremy, my husband had to set up my camera for me because y'all saw a minute ago how directionally challenged I am. Without his help, I never would have been able to do that first live that I did. And Marissa was there, and it was so funny. My husband showed up in the chat, and I was so surprised, and he was so sweet. And then he tried to like egg people on during the whole time. And it was funny because he joked when he found out that I was going to do this whole DP-a-thon, the Sparkle-a-Thon. He joked about actually like heckling from the background and like hanging out and doing lewd things in the background. And I'm like, no, sweetie, you can't do that. These are nice people. Not everybody appreciates a dirty joke. You just can't be like randomly doing crazy stuff in the background. But it turned out that a friend of his decided that they were going to have that they were going to have a guys afternoon. They're like up at some arcade bar in Richmond right now. So he ended up not even being in the house, which I think is probably better for us all. I love my husband, but he likes to, I don't know. He likes to push my buttons sometimes, and especially if there's an audience. I mean, I don't know if any of you have spouses like this, but especially if there's an audience. So I don't know. I don't know how things would have gone if he had been here. It would have been interesting, certainly. So, but I think we're going to have plenty of fun without him throwing in his little monkey wrenches. I think we'll be good. Yes, Marissa, I called you nice. My experience of most of you has been really, really nice. So I'm happy to be here with you all. This whole live thing is really interesting to me because I really have been nervous. I was nervous for my first one, and I was more nervous for this one because I knew my first one had like 5 people, including my husband. So it was like super easy, super chill. Because there just wasn't, it was just like a couple of us sitting around having coffee. This is a little bit more fast paced. So, so it's a little different for me, but it's still really nice because it's still really just kind of like a bunch of us sitting around having coffee. And I think that's really, really cool. The idea that you can hang out with a bunch of people who are far away from you and, and still connect and all that sort of stuff. I think it's really fun. So thank you all for being here and letting me experience this. I'm hoping you're all having a good time with all the different lives and everything too. Rebecca, yeah, y'all must have me fooled because I feel like you're all really nice people. Marissa especially has been, Crafty Heifer has been super, super helpful through all of this. She's the one who has done all of the work to make these lives connect seamlessly and to set up people for you all to watch and hang out with all day. So, everybody needs to give Marissa a hand. You need to give her some love, throw up some emojis, and show Marissa that you appreciate all the work that she's put in because, oh my gosh, you don't even know. If you're not a creator that's involved with putting on a live today, you do not even know the amount of work that she has put in. And she has a job, y'all. It's not like she just sits around and, hangs out and, oh, let me set up some lives and stuff. No, she's a working woman. She's getting the job done and she's doing all this stuff on the side. So thank you so much, Marissa, for doing all of that. Crafting with Peppers, you did a really great job. Was that your first live too? Because I thought you were really good. I love your dog. Your dog's so cute. Yay, emojis. I love emojis. Okay. Let me scroll back up because now I asked for emojis and I can't see what else is going on. Let's see. Da, 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 da. I don't know what I signed up for, Marissa. Is there some kind of hazing challenge that I just haven't run into yet? Is that what's going on? Emojis, all the emoji love. I love the diamonds, people. Shine bright like a diamond. Okay, I just copied Rachel. Okay, I'll give myself kudos later. I was actually going to tell y'all, full disclosure, I have a cookie sitting next to me. There is a there is a new bakery in my town, and I will tell you, I live if you know, and I don't know if I should say this on like a public live, but I live in Hopewell, which is a little town in Virginia. Technically a city. We have a post office and a courthouse and a sheriff's office and all that sort of stuff. So, we're technically a city, but it's still small. And they're trying to revitalize the downtown, the Main Street area. And part of that is this new bakery has moved in, and they are freaking fantastic, y'all. Freaking fantastic. Like the best bakery ever. They had their grand opening today. They've been open for a few weeks, getting stuff out. But they had their grand opening today. And so my husband and I went, we stood in line for like an hour to get into this little bakery. And we got several things, but I got a cookie and I have it sitting over here next to me, and I'm like, at what point in the live is it acceptable to eat the cookie? Because I'm just like, I need the cookie. Oh, I don't have to do the hazing until I get to the third DP-a-thon. Okay, so that's maybe end of the year, beginning of next year. Is that when that happens, Marissa? How often do you do these things? Because I know since I've been diamond painting, I think this is maybe the third or fourth one that I have been aware of. So I'm assuming you do them maybe like every quarter or something. Is it that? I don't know if it's that structured. But yeah. Oh. Yeah, Mickey, was that your idea to do the get up challenge? I forget who first brought that up. And that's all cute and all, but y'all don't want to see me dance. I mean, you really don't. I am not a good dancer. I will sing. We can do karaoke all day long. If you want to throw up a karaoke challenge, I will do that. I will do that stuff. I'm all about some karaoke. And I will belt out some songs for you, but I'm not going to do the get up dance. Sorry. That was never going to happen. I think Diamond Dave was like, nope, Dave's not going to dance either. And I was like, that's just fine. We all of us who aren't going to dance can band together. I'll do the Cupid Shuffle. That was the, and see, I'm dating myself now. Like when I was hanging out in the clubs, the Cupid Shuffle was the thing. So quarterly last year. Yeah, that's what I thought. It kind of felt like that. Oh, good, Jeremy. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's going to eat sweets in your live. I know Rachel will eat stuff sometimes in her live, but I don't think it's going to be that fancy. Like, and my camera is so wonky. I really need to get a real camera arm. Now, Marissa linked me to a real camera arm, and I just didn't have it in my budget to buy it this week. So I'm going to probably buy it in case I do a live. But so the little bakery is called Wonder City Bakery because Hopewell is the Wonder City. I forget why they call it that. I think it was burned down a couple times and they rebuilt it. It's that standard kind of thing. I know that Tullamore in Ireland is called the Phoenix City because it literally burned down 2 or 3 times and they've rebuilt it every time. But Hopewell is called the Wonder City. Yeah, Marissa, I can understand if you don't have time to put on 4 this year. I can only imagine how time consuming it is for you to put on these lives. I probably put $1 or 2 into the Dave does a dance beer fund. I think I would do that. Oh, Soldier Boy. I think that was after I stopped hanging out in the clubs, Diamond Dave. Dave don't dance in public. I understand. I used to dance in public when I was younger, but mostly the Cupid Shuffle. And what was the other one? There was another one that came out close to the time of the Cupid Shuffle. I can't remember what it was called now. But the Cupid Shuffle was the big one. Let's see. So I have to show you all this cookie. Look at this cookie. So I think it's like an Oreo chocolate chip situation. Like, oh, it looks amazing. And this is not the only thing we got. So we got cheesecake. We each got a different slice of cheesecake. I got a salted caramel chocolate cheesecake. The cha-cha slide. That's it, Dave. That is absolutely it. Thank you. So Dave and I must be pretty close in age because he knows all the dances that I know. Or you were a DJ. Were you a DJ? Cajun sunshine, I'm sorry. I would share it if I could. Can I cut it into like 40 some little pieces? It looks like there's 40 of you in here. Pippa, the Cupid Shuffle is a line dance that folks used to do in the club. So there's a song called Cupid Shuffle that kind of gives you instructions. So if you know the electric slide, it's like that, but it's more modern. So it's a hip hoppy kind of song, and it tells you what moves and stuff to do. And it's like the Cupid Shuffle. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for singing it, but yeah, it's basically it's a line dance. Oh, is that a link to the Cupid Shuffle? Oh, Dave, that makes so much sense. Yeah, if you've been to a lot of weddings, then I'm sure you have run into so many of those. So many of those. And I apologize, y'all, if like watching me diamond paint is super annoying because one, I never ever in my life do I use a multi-placer. I really, really hate them because I feel like I'm gonna put them down. They all go down in the wrong place anyway, and I have to go individually and fix them. And I figure if I'm gonna individually fix them, I might as well just place them individually anyway. So I never use a multi-placer. So I'm definitely one of those like one at a time kind of people, regardless. And then I have a little bit of nerves, so my hand is kind of shaking, and I'm also trying to talk and chat and have fun with y'all. And so not real great with the multitasking either. So and squirrel brain and ooh shiny and all those things. So I apologize if watching this is not your bag, but I totally get it. Let's see. Oh, sweet. Thank you so much, Marissa, for sharing that link to my Etsy shop. I am going to be having more stuff in my Etsy shop. I'm working on a bunch of different things. It's one of those situations where I only have so much time. I have a bazillion million ideas. There's like at any given time, there's 100 different things I want to do. Oops, sorry about that. And I work full time, and then I do this kind of stuff in my free time. So I don't always have the kind of time to devote to putting stuff in my Etsy shop that I would like to have. But I have a lot of ideas, new stuff coming. Um, I am considering adding hand dyed cross stitch fabrics to my Etsy shop. I have a handful of fabrics that I've already dyed, and I'm hoping to work on some more soon. Oops. So that's something that may be coming soon. Also, some sewing projects I'd like to add, more needle minders. At the moment, I mostly have cover and needle minders in my shop. I also have some painted rocks. Those will be coming out of the shop soon. I have a friend in Iowa who actually has a rock shop. She sells all kinds of gems and semi-precious stones and new age items, um, all different kind of stuff. And she has offered to put those on consignment for me in her shop. So I'm actually going to be taking those out of my shop and sending them to her. So if you like painted rocks, then the ones in my shop you might want to check out pretty soon. Buy them before they come out, because it probably will only be another week or two before I pull those out of the shop. I also have some Kumihimo beaded bracelets, project bags, and ort catchers. Pretty please. Absolutely. That's one of the things I'm actually working on. And it's so funny because I go back and forth on what kind of stuff I should put in my shop, because there are so many people that do project bags and do different kinds of cross stitch and sewing items. And I don't want anybody to feel like I'm trying to steal their ideas. But at the same time, I think there's so much room for so many people's interpretations of a thing. So project bags are definitely something that I want to work on. To the left, to the left. Yep, yeah, definitely. That's the Cupid Shuffle. I am like totally spastic when it comes to reading this. Da, 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 da. Well, thank you, Mickey. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, Pippa, your husband reckons multitasking is a furphy. Would it is that just a typo, or am I misunderstanding what that is? Is that a Irish or an Australian thing? Yay, Cupid Shuffle link. I would play it now, but I know that would be a copyright strike. Oh, good, Marissa. I'm not the only one who didn't understand what Pippa said. Oh, so that means not possible. Okay. Yeah, I don't think real multitasking is a thing. Yeah, I don't think multitasking is a thing. I think that's something that people tell you is a thing, to make you feel like you're maybe not as capable as you really are. That, or it's something created by those of us who have a little bit of ADD to try to justify the fact that we bounce around. Um, but yeah, I don't think really multitasking. Because see, though I will say, so this is a thing. Like if my husband and I are hanging out watching TV, he'll be on his phone, checking Facebook, checking True Dungeon forums, checking whatever he's reading, whatever, looking at eBay, blah blah blah. So he's looking at all the things. Somehow he actually can still pay attention to what is happening on the television. Like he can actually still know what is happening on the show, and and he can actually repeat back to me dialogue that's been said and all this sort of stuff. Now if I do the same thing, if I am watching TV and diamond painting, or maybe not diamond painting, but if I'm watching TV and trying to check my phone, trying to read anything or pay attention to anything, then the next thing I know, it's 10 minutes later and the story has progressed on the television show and I have no idea what's going on. And I'm like, what did they just say? And then my husband tells me and I'm just like, whatever. And then he sits there and he keeps playing on his phone and he keeps being able to pay attention to the television. I can't split my attention that way. And I don't know that that's multitasking, but definitely that's a big difference between the two of us. He can totally like hear things and read things and do other things and it's totally fine. I'm not capable. I pay attention to one thing at a time. One thing at a time. So I can diamond paint and I can listen to things just fine. I can't diamond paint and watch stuff, but I can definitely diamond paint and listen to things. So timeshare. Yeah, apparently Australian term. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense because it. Not that I'm super like. Obviously, I am not nearly as well versed in Irish things as you are, Pippa. But it wasn't an Irish thing that I recognized. Oh, it's not a copyright strike to sing and dance to a song. Oh, so I can sing whatever I want to. That's awesome. Elizabeth Adams, your husband can multitask. He can sleep and snore. Mine does that too. I'm so familiar with that. Does your husband do that thing where he falls asleep like 30 seconds after you lay down and then he starts snoring in your ear and then it takes you 45 minutes to fall asleep? Because that's how our house works. Aw, you have a new grandbaby, Gina? How old is your grandbaby? Multitask all the time, but I am ADD and OCD and all the D's. Yeah, Cajun Sunshine, I totally get that. I'm not OCD really. I'm a perfectionist. I try not to use OCD too freely because I think sometimes people sort of downplay the seriousness of it when they're like, "Oh, I'm OCD." No, it's a real issue for people who suffer with it. So I totally get you, but I'm a perfectionist, and I'm starting to believe that I do have ADD or ADHD. It's a thing that I've been working through, and it can be so difficult because sometimes you have all the energy and you just cannot focus. You're just like all over the place and you can't get anything done. Let's see. Used to fall asleep in church, then be able to tell the pastor what the sermon was about afterward. Wow, Dave. I would love that skill. I would love to be able to sleep and still absorb the information. That would be awesome. Marissa, I believe you do multitask. I believe that about you. You are so hyper functional. It's crazy. Oh, 11 days old, Gina. Wow, that's a new baby. So tiny. Well, I'm glad that mama and baby are doing well. That's awesome. Yeah, Mickey, my husband's getting to the point where he snores so loud I might have to start using earplugs. We've discussed it, and I'm afraid I won't hear my alarm if I use earplugs. Pardon my chewing. I'm eating my cookie. Cajun Sunshine. Yeah, I haven't been officially diagnosed. I am seeing a therapist, and that was actually one of the first questions she asked me was like, "Has anybody talked to you about ADHD?" And I'm like, "No." So I'm just starting to kind of figure things out with that. Oh, your pit bull sleeps with his head on your shoulder. That's so cute and also probably annoying as crap. Oh, you sleep better when he's snoring. That's sweet. Oh, Tammy has a 4-month-old granddaughter. That's nice. No problem, Nana. It's good to see that you're here. I don't mind people working and lurking because that's what I usually do when I'm sitting in a live. Because I'm just there to to hang out and listen. And I'm not usually like it's hard to get anything done and be typing in the chat, So I totally get it. No problem with folks working and lurking. It's all good. Coloring book neck. But yeah, that's right. I've been wondering if my husband does have sleep apnea. It's something my dad suffered with, and he did have to have a CPAP machine. And the only reason I haven't pushed the issue with Adam is because I know when my dad snored, it was this most awful sound, and you could also tell when he would stop breathing. So I haven't noticed those things with Adam. He just his snoring has gotten worse, so I think he's got some sinus issues he needs to get taken care of. 6-month-old grandbaby girl. Her name is Alex. Oh, that's so cute. I love that spelling. That's really sweet. We have friends whose daughter's name is Alex, and they've spelled it in a really interesting way too, because her full name is actually Alexandria, and it's really kind of cool. Hi, Drea. Nice to have you here, lurking and just listening. Yeah, lurking is just listening. Yeah. Yeah, and lurking is totally fine. Nobody's gonna be bothered by you hanging out and listening in on the chat. I think that's totally fine. Do, 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 do. Coloring book nook. You have a CPAP machine. Do you have one of those like newer fangled ones that's smaller and less intrusive? My dad had this thing that made so much noise. It was so crazy. Okay, Bianca, that's totally fine. Yeah, lurking, hanging out, listening, and just doing your diamond painting is totally fine. We like that too. We like the folks that want to be chatty and involved, and we like the folks that just want to hang out and listen. It's all good. Everything's good. Hey, Creative Mayhem. Yeah, listening away and working. Yeah, that's totally fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, Rachel would tell you that probably half the time I'm in the live, but I'm not actually talking. I'm not chatting or anything like that. I'm just hanging out because I'm trying to do my cross stitch. I'm trying to do my diamond painting, trying to do whatever. Actually, one of the last times, not this past week, but the week before, during Rachel Ray Crafts live, I was in my garage digging out this basket full of cross stitch stuff that I had not seen in ages. And when I opened it up, there were all these kits that I didn't even remember buying. It was like a treasure chest and a time capsule all in one. It was the craziest thing. Coloring book note. That's awesome that your CPAP makes no noise. They've come a long way with that technology, so that's really cool. Big Sky Diamond Painting also has a CPAP. Yeah, I hear that. I know that with sleep apnea, your sleep is so awful because you're literally stopping breathing in the middle of the night. Hi, dearly crafted. Nice to have you. Hi, Kaya Rose. I apologize if I'm not saying hi to you as you come in the room. I'm trying to do too many things at one time. Fortunately, I got some mods in the room that are handling the thank yous or the hellos for me, so that's awesome. Do, 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 do. Yeah, Creative Mayhem, it definitely was like Christmas again. And some of the kits that I found, I'm actually going to put on Etsy. So if any of you are cross stitchers who enjoy kits that were put out by Dimensions and Jan Lin back in the early 2000s, that might be something that you'd be interested in. There are a couple of like gold edition kits and stuff that I think folks will be interested in. Marissa, yeah, it is like getting new stuff. And some of the kits, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I can't believe I own this. This is so great. And other kits, I was like, oh yeah, I don't have that taste anymore. It's awesome that your CPAP machine is so tiny because I know traveling with it and stuff can be really difficult if it's big. My dad's wasn't too big, but it was a little bulky for travel. But when I talk about my dad's was 20 years ago, because he passed in 2009, so it's been quite a while since he had a CPAP machine. Oh wow, you stop breathing 14 times an hour. Wow, yeah, that's pretty severe. Thanks, Marissa. Thank you so much, Peppers. I appreciate you checking out my Etsy shop. Yeah, I'm really, my goal for the next couple of years is to actually try to get my crafting stuff going so that I can maybe do that as my full-time job. So any support that you all have to offer, if you find stuff in my Etsy shop that you enjoy, then I would love for you to check that out. If and there's some other links in my profile as well, ways that you can help out my channel, help support my endeavors and that kind of stuff. So anything that y'all would like to do in that respect, is totally, I totally really appreciate it. All of it will be very, very well appreciated. And also, I have a new link in my videos now. I just got clued into Knit Crate. I don't know if any of you are like knitters or crocheters. If you are a yarn person, you need to check out Knit Crate because their yarn is super, super awesome. And they like to do this referral program. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. They do this referral program where if you get referred by somebody who's already a Knit Crate member, you get your first crate for $5. And you really cannot beat the quality for $5. It's fantastic yarn. You get 2 nice big skeins for $5, and then after that, I think it's like $24.99. And if you refer others of your friends, then those referrals help pay for your future crates. So definitely something to check out if you're into yarn and knitting and crochet and all that sort of stuff. Oh, you bought a special nightstand that has a hole in the side. The hose comes out through, and oh, that's really cool. I'm glad that you were able to find that because that can be such a hassle. I would struggle with nightstand space regardless, and I certainly don't have a CPAP. I have just way too much stuff. I'm definitely a pack rat and a bit of a clutter bug. So, so I struggle with that kind of stuff all the time. So that's really awesome that you were able to find that. Elizabeth Adams. I don't have cross stitch kits in my Etsy shop yet. I will have some cross stitch kits soon. The ones that I will have now are actually they're almost vintage because they're almost 20 years old. So they're from the early 2000s. Jan Lynn and Dimensions kits. I think I'm done with the A's. Am I done with the A's? Wow, I actually got finished with, there's some A's over here. So there'll be older kits, but eventually, I'm working on some designs now. Eventually, I plan on having my own cross-stitch patterns available, and will eventually also work into providing some kits for those patterns. So keep an eye out. Hopefully in the next few months, that'll be going. Let's see, Purdue Woodworks. It's amazing. Oh, okay. Is that, do they have a website, Big Sky Diamond Purdue Woodworks? Because I'm all about buying nice wooden furniture. What is it that you are safe thing? So Mystical, the you are safe with me. This is a cover minder. Let me see if I can get it in the camera. Y'all say a prayer. Okay. So this is actually a cover minder. And what this is it has magnets on the back. And I don't think you can see it. Let me, so this is a metal plate here. It's really, really thin, so it doesn't push up the diamond painting at all. And then this piece just sits right on top of that, and it holds this thin plastic cover down. So so it's a cover minder. It holds this plastic cover out of the way for me. And I actually I have a few of these left in my Etsy shop. I'll be getting more soon. You just found 4-dimension kits rounding thing up to make a new craft room. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I am this basket full. I think I found 15 kits or something like that. A bunch of them I'm going to keep because they're still my style, but but several of them I'm going to sell. I will tell you, I should have brought them up here so that I'd have them, but you wouldn't be able to see them well on the camera anyway. The kits that I know I'm going to sell. There's a kit with, I think it's called Winter Lace, and it's a pack of wolves and snow. That's going to be up for sale soon. There's also an equine trio, so it's three horses like standing in a barn. That's going to be up for sale soon as well. You have to go through local dealers if you want to order. Well, that makes sense. You got mine off. You got yours off of Wayfair. Oh, okay. So you can get it off of Wayfair. I'll have to check that out. Big Sky Diamond Painting, definitely, because that sounds fantastic. I kind of want to change up some of our furniture. We've had the furniture that we have for many many years, and you just get tired of the same stuff after a while. Oh, can you see it? Oh, okay. Did you see it well enough, Mystical? Do you need to see it again? Okay, there we go. So I don't know how in vogue this is anymore. A couple of years ago, people started with the safety pin idea to help others recognize a person that they could be safe with, either from domestic violence or um, because they were gay or transsexual or transgendered or any of a number of things. So this was meant to identify you as a person that others could be safe with if they needed a safe person. So I really liked that idea. I don't know how into it people still are, but I think it's still a fantastic idea. So I wanted to put these in my shop. Oh, you found out about the nightstand because you found a dresser. Yeah. We could use a new dresser. We could actually use a new entertainment center for a bedroom too. I love the stuff that Wayfair has, but it can be so expensive. I found a couple of um, what do you call them? Not a buffet, but like a cabinet. I found a couple of really cool cabinets on Wayfair that I would love to have, and I just haven't saved up to get them. Oh, you can put cross stitch kits on sale on Ravelry. I didn't know Ravelry had a thing that you could use to sell stuff. A cross stitch group with a for sale topic. I'll check that out, Nikki. Thank you. Thank you, dearly crafted. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the love for my little needle minder. I really love this pin. I think it's a great idea. So thank you all so much. I do still have a couple of them available. If there's like a super huge interest in them, I will definitely get more. So y'all just let me know. Yeah, I'm big on the semicolon movement as well. Creative Mayhem. I don't have any items for that at the moment, but I think it's a fantastic idea, and it works for a lot of different folks. I have a friend who a couple of years ago lost her husband. He passed away, and he was only in his early 40s. So she is I want to say at this point she's like 45 or something like that. So obviously she's got a lot of life left ahead of her, but she's struggling because she grieves him so much, and so I feel like that kind of semicolon thing is important for people in her situation too. She needs to understand that she can still have a life, she can still move on, she can still have the rest of her story, even though he's gone. And it sucks that he's gone. And I would never tell her to stop grieving him, but she definitely needs to understand that it's okay for her to continue her story. So I think it's great for people in that kind of situation, as well as obviously folks who are struggling with depression and not sure that they want to be here. I think everybody's important. I think um, all of us make the world better. Everybody is important. Everybody is worth having in the world. So I hope everybody stays, no matter what you feel, how you feel, no matter how sad you are, no matter how lonely you are. I hope that you understand that you're important and that we want you here. Everybody wants you here. So all of these things are, I'm trying not to get I'm getting a little verklempt here, but yeah, I mean, I feel these things very deeply, and Um, it's so many people struggle, and so many people feel so alone, and I hate that they do. I wish I could do more. Oh, Cajun Sunshine, I'm so sorry. Yeah, my friend's husband, it was also a heart attack. It was a pretty big heart attack. Um, and yeah, she still struggles a lot. She hasn't learned how to. I hate to say move on. I hate to say, because you never get over that. I, at this point, have lost all of my parents. And I say all of my parents because my mom and dad divorced when I was in my 20s and she remarried. And my stepdad was a fantastic person. Um, okay, I'm going to try not to, we're not taking it down here. Um, but I loved my stepdad. Love, love, love. Still love him. So I had a dad and a mom and a stepdad, who I all loved. I loved all of them. And I lost my mom most recently. It's been a little over 2 years now. So, as someone who has lost a lot of significant people in her life, I know that you don't get over it. It's not something you get over. You learn to live with a new normal. But my friend, unfortunately, hasn't learned how to. She can't find the new normal, and she struggles, and it's hard. So anyway, excuse me, I'm taking a drink of water. Calming down. Let's get back to a happy place. Always keep fighting. Absolutely, Kaya. Always keep fighting. I love that Jared Padalecki and all the folks at Supernatural go with the always keep fighting. I think it's fantastic. All these things for awareness to help us understand what people are going through, what people are dealing with. Being a little bit kinder, helping them understand that we want them here, that it's important that they keep going. All these things are fantastic. So, anyway, I think we've got some new folks in the chat. Elizabeth Ensley, hi. Crafting with Christy, hi. Let's see if there's anybody else new that I haven't said hi to. Hello, welcome. Glad to have you here. Kaya Rose, yeah, I totally recognize the supernatural connection. Trust me, I have been watching those boys since they were like barely not teenagers. I can't believe that this season is the last season. It's like, oh my god. Good night, diamond painting with and craft with Orchid. Have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. Allie's crafts pursuits. Are you talking to me? Can I see your chat? I mean, I saw that just now. Yeah, we can see you, Allie's crafts. I don't know if maybe some folks weren't on the live chat. Maybe they were on the top chat, and sometimes I think people get missed that way. So, hi, Crane's Creations. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate having you here. So let's see, what can we talk about now? We did talk about the Cupid Shuffle. So if anybody, we can always go back to the Cupid Shuffle. We don't need to, but we can. It's a thing we can do. So does anybody have any exciting plans that are not DP related or DP-a-thon related for today or this weekend? Anybody doing anything offline? Okay, yeah, your internet could be slow. My internet could be slow. We've had some issues in town today. I don't know what's going on. The water pressure is low. I think my husband was saying something about somebody there must be a water leak or something. So that's been it. And I thought my power was going to go out about 30 minutes before my live, so I was panicking a little bit. I was like, I don't know what's going to happen if I can't get on the computer. Oh, chat messages have been disappearing. That's weird. We don't have like a heavy-handed mod, do we? 20 minutes, Mickey? It's only 5:15. Doesn't this go till 6 o'clock? Oh, YouTube's having issues with chat. Oh, weird. That's strange. Yeah, Kaya, I totally get you. I actually haven't started watching the last season of Supernatural just because I don't want to say, I don't want to have to say goodbye. So I'm not ready to watch it yet. I'll probably end up binging it once it's on Netflix. Low key planning celebration of the federal. Oops, my chat went away. No, come back. Let me go back. Low-key planning to go to a celebration of federal recognition of the Little Shell tribe. Oh, that's really cool. Where is that tribe? Are you like in the Pacific Northwest, or is this like a Midwest, Eastern, East Coast tribe? I'm not familiar with that tribe. Aw, I'm sorry, Crafting with Christy. I know how that is. I was having some issues last month. I'm not going to go into it because we got a mixed crowd, and that's probably TMI for a whole lot of people. But I feel you, totally feel you. Aw, I hope you do make it big sky diamond painting because it seems like it would be really cool. Just trying to catch up with the chat. Let's see. I missed something. Oh wow, you actually got to meet Jared and Jensen and get a picture with them, Kaya. That is fantastic. Like that's living the dream, man. I've met a fair number of celebrities. I have not gotten to meet anybody other than Felicia Day from Supernatural. But Felicia Day is my girl. Oh my gosh, I cannot even tell y'all. She is fantastic. She's the nicest person in person too. Oh yeah, just can't say enough about it. Burns Night for Scottish folks celebrating life and works of Robert Burns. Oh, nice. Shopping for fabric to make your own lingerie. Oh, Bianca, that sounds cool. I'm all about that. If you have patterns you want to share, that'd be awesome. Let's see. Oh, you're in Montana. Okay. I still think that would be really awesome, big sky diamond painting, if you're able to go do that. I understand the whole energy thing though. Sometimes you just can't. You just can't. You got to do what you can do. Self-care is understanding your limits as well. Kai, it's good to know that they're making a good season. I definitely have to check that out. No one's gonna hold your beer. Wow, that's a pretty big accomplishment. I'm sorry it took them 50 years. Oops, excuse me. I know that the indigenous peoples of America really have always gotten the short end of the stick. And here in Virginia, the Pamunkey tribe is actually, they just got approval to build a casino. And I don't know how others might feel about that. Part of me is like, really, I think it's really awesome because they're getting to do something that they've wanted to do that'll bring in some economic growth and that kind of stuff. But I know a lot of people are not thrilled with the idea of casinos, and I do kind of wish they could do something that's a little bit more true to their heritage, versus a casino. It just seems kind of cliche, but still, it's an improvement. Very talented in a lot of work. Yeah, that would be so awesome, Bianca, because I have the worst trouble getting clothes, period, let alone underclothes that fit me correctly, because I am apparently not proportioned in the way that women are theoretically supposed to be proportioned. And I think that really goes to the fact that the fashion industry doesn't actually make clothes for real people, and that's men or women, both. Oh my gosh, Kai, I'm so jealous that you got to meet Jared and Jensen. Like, I've been in love with Jared since the Gilmore Girl days. I really have. Jensen, I didn't find out about until Supernatural, but he's actually overtaken Jared as my favorite Winchester brother. I don't know. There's something about Jensen as he's gotten older. He's just aging so well, and he's just so gosh darn sexy. Like, oh my gosh, can't even. If I ever got a chance to meet them, I think I would melt into a puddle and it would be so embarrassing. I got a chance to meet, I've met Will Wheaton. I'm not trying to be like Not trying to be like, ooh, I've done this, but I've met Will Wheaton a couple of times. I've gotten really lucky. I go to a lot of conventions, like sci-fi and fantasy conventions, comic book conventions, gaming conventions, and Will Wheaton has been to a couple of them. The first time I got to meet him, I was so excited and I was so fangirling, and my husband was with me and he just could not even believe the person that I turned into. I couldn't believe the person that I turned into. And it was just like, I could not even understand what I was doing or what I was saying or who I was. It was the craziest thing. And Will Wheaton is such a nice guy. He's a fantastic guy. If you're not familiar with Will Wheaton, he is most famous for his roles in Stand By Me back in the 80s, and also as Lieutenant Wesley Crusher on Star Trek The Next Generation. He's been in a lot of other things, but those are the big things that folks remember him for. He's actually coming to Richmond, people. He is coming to Richmond, Virginia in February. I'll get a chance to meet him again. It's so awesome. Oh my gosh, trying to catch up with chat because I got all tied up in my Will Wheaton. What TV show featured the Pamunkey tribe? I'm not sure, Pippa. Is that like a trivia question or is that you asking because I don't know. Dark Jensen Ackles was in Dark Angel? Really? That was the one with Jessica Alba, right? Is that show? Because oh my gosh, I didn't know he was in that show. You know who I also didn't know? Yeah, Wesley Crusher. You want blah, 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 shit. Pardon me, words. If any of y'all watch Lucifer, so there is a couple of seasons, I think, where Tom Welling, who was originally in Smallville, he played the young Clark Kent in Smallville. Tom Welling was on a couple of seasons of Lucifer, and Tom Welling is going to be in Richmond in February. Bianca, last year you learned to design and draw women's clothes, to draw measurements of a person. I really liked it because I don't fit anything from a normal store. But just not, yeah. And see, that's the thing, Bianca, is like there's some kind of unrealistic, weird sizing that the fashion industry has decided is normal, and it's not really normal or standard. People are shaped differently and proportioned differently, and it's very frustrating. Oh my gosh, you went to Jared's bar. He poked his head in the door. Oh my gosh, Kaya. Oh my gosh, Kaya. You were like my new idol here because holy crap. I cannot even believe. I can't even believe it. It's so crazy. Oh, I'll have to check that out, Pippa. I didn't realize that the Pamunkeys were mentioned in a recent series. Was it a series about like Virginia history or like maybe just a period show or something? Oh, Bianca, your English is totally fine. I have certainly read folks that struggled a lot more than you do. I figured you were probably not a native English speaker just because of your last name, but beyond that, there was nothing to indicate that you don't speak English well. So you're good. You're awesome. Sploosh. What are we splooshing for, David? Or I'm sorry, Big Sky Diamond Painting. Dark Angel with Jessica Alba. He played Alec in season 2 and Ben in season 1. I'm going to have to check that out, Kaya. I am going to have to find that out because I need to see some young Jensen Ackles. I really do. Yvonne, yeah, Lucifer is awesome. I can't wait for season 5. Like, why is it taking so long? Though I did just hear that they're going to add 6 more episodes. 6 more episodes of Lucifer. Sounds fantastic. Yeah, Will Wheaton doesn't actually go to as many shows as a lot of other celebrities, Pippa. I think they kind of throw him in there and then he's like, maybe not. Outlander. Huh. That would make sense because I think they traveled through Virginia at one point in the most recent season of Outlander. Oh, Big Sky Diamond Painting, Lucifer, yes, sploosh. Oh my God, good friends with Jensen's brother-in-law. How lucky are you? From the Netherlands. Okay, cool. That's awesome, Bianca. I love that you're making your own lingerie. That's fantastic. It's so impressive. Yeah, Lucifer is so cheeky. Oh my gosh. I forget what the actor's name is, the guy that actually plays Lucifer, but he's so awesome. I love him in that role. He's fantastic. Yeah, the character is fantastic. The show can be a little bit weird sometimes, but the character is really awesome. Oh, it's Jamestown. Okay. I will have to check that out, Pippa, because I would love to see. I just love it when local things are mentioned. So let me tell y'all this: if y'all ever decide, if you're fans of, especially if you're fans of Daniel Radcliffe, there is a movie called Imperium that came out a couple of years ago. And I will say it's, you have to be into certain kinds of movies to really want to watch it. The gist of the movie, without giving any spoilers, is that Daniel Radcliffe plays a federal agent, I believe, um, who is trying to take down a group of neo Nazis who are theoretically building a dirty bomb. So, this is the gist of the movie. This is what he's doing. He goes undercover to try to infiltrate their ranks and find out what's going on. But the reason you should watch this is because a lot of the local downtown scenes and stuff in the movie, when he actually goes and talks to this group of neo Nazis, are actually filmed here in my hometown. In fact, some of it was filmed almost directly in front of my brother's comic shop in downtown Hopewell. A lot of the storefronts that are now having new businesses and stuff at this point are actually redressed and dressed up for special sets and stuff in that movie. So if you ever have an interest in seeing Hopewell, then check out Imperium, and you'll see our courthouse. You'll see our main, our town hall. You'll see all kinds of stuff from downtown Hopewell. It's really kind of cool. It's a girl that sits near York who is a native English speaker, and she makes up words like updation and pres presentation. That's interesting. Tom Ellis, thank you. I thought he was a Tom. I really did think he was a Tom, but I couldn't remember. Even though it's not you, Kaya, you're still really lucky to have a friend who is friends with a friend of or a relative of. They talk about 6 degrees of separation. So that's what, like 3 degrees, 4 degrees between you and Jensen Ackles. That's still pretty fantastic. It's a period piece of the settlement. Yeah, I think I feel like I'm vaguely aware of having heard about Jamestown, and I'm gonna have to check that out. So geographically speaking, Jamestown is not far from where I live. Jamestown is maybe 45 minutes or an hour away from where I am in Virginia. So it's relatively local. So it's local history. I like local history. Dearly crafted, yeah. It's I liked it because it had Daniel Radcliffe in it, and because it had lots of local stuff in it. As a movie, like without those two elements, I probably wouldn't have watched it just because that's not usually my bag. But it was an interesting movie. Oh, Elizabeth Ensley, I'm sorry. I did have issues with my internet earlier. I was really afraid. I was getting so paranoid, y'all. You don't even know. I was getting so paranoid because the power tried to go out, and then my internet tried to go out, and I was like, you can't do this because I have a live that I have to do. Like, I am responsible for being there and entertaining people for an hour and a half. You can't cut out on me. So, speaking of entertaining people for an hour and a half, we got about 30 minutes left. And so if y'all are interested in continuing the fun, the next person up is Shine Bright Like a Diamond, or Shine Like a Diamond. I think it's Shine Like a Diamond. Maybe one of my mods will hit me up with a link here. But Shine Like a Diamond is up next. If you're following the playlist, it should pop up for you automatically. There is a link to Shine Like a Diamond. They're live in my video description down below. So definitely make sure you check that out if you're going to continue doing the DP-a-thon and keeping up with the chat and all that sort of stuff. So that's going to be in about 30 minutes. I will run right up until the end unless folks want a break. So happy to keep chatting because this is going so fast. I cannot even believe how fast these lives go. It's so crazy. The originals, Cajun Sunshine. That was the spinoff from Vampire Diaries. I don't think I ever watched that one. I watched Vampire Diaries until a couple of seasons from the end. It got a little too cheesy for me. And I didn't watch the originals because all the characters I didn't like are the ones that went off to the originals. I have considered watching that one, the additional spinoff that's like the Academy. I can't remember what it's called right off the top of my head, but I have thought about watching that one. Let's see. Tasmania has 2 degrees of separation. Yeah, is Tasmania small? I always feel like Tasmania is small. Like, there's part of me that wants to ask if you know, what is that comedian's name? She did that show Nanette on Netflix. And so part of me is like, well, do you know so and so? Because you're in Tasmania, you must know so and so. Let's see. Oh, the whole thing was filmed in New Orleans about vampires and witches. Yeah, because it was a spin-off of the Vampire Diaries. I really watched the Vampire Diaries specifically because of Ian Somerhalder. I'll just be honest with y'all. I totally watched it just because of Ian Somerhalder. And now he's got a new vampire show on Netflix, and I'm like, I love Ian Somerhalder. Should I watch this just because it's got him in it? But I'm really not up for a new vampire thing, you know? It's just not really. I'm kind of over vampires. I guess I was so into vampires as a teenager. I'm just kind of over it now. Thank you so much, Daily Crafted. I am happy to host. I'm so glad that everybody's having a good time. You're welcome, Elizabeth Ensley. Yeah, this has been totally fun. Y'all are so fun. Mystical, you use me as background noise. Well, I'm glad that I'm enjoyable enough to use for background noise, because trust me, I do the same thing. I totally do the same thing. But some people are not good for background noise. So if I work for background noise, that makes me happy. Yeah, my time is coming to a close. I mean, we still have 30 minutes, Bianca, so it's all good. No problem, Christy. It's totally fine to work and lurk. Like I said earlier, it is absolutely fine because, that tells me that you enjoy me enough to want to listen to me. So that's totally fine. Nobody minds if you stay quiet. It's totally fine. You keep doing you, Christy. It's all good. Yeah, the originals, I can believe that it was way different than Vampire Diaries. Was it better than Vampire Diaries in your opinion? Or because Vampire Diaries got to be so like teenagey drama. I was just not into that just because it had vampires in it. Oh, which one of these is? I'll fix it later. I saw one was like way crooked, and I'm like, oh, I need to fix it, but now I can't figure out how to get to it. Yvonne, so Vampire V Wars is good. I should watch that. I'll have to check it out. I did see Ian Somerhalder in Lost, Allie's Craft Pursuits. I totally did watch him in that. I think I watched Lost because he was in it as well. And then I continued. I never actually have seen the end of Lost. All I know is that there's some kind of polar bear or something. Somebody spoiled it for me, and then I just never have finished watching it. I did like, oh, what is her name? Evangeline something or other. I liked her a lot. Allie, you're very welcome. I'm happy to host. Okay, Yvonne, I'll definitely check out V Wars. Just because you recommended it, I'll check it out. You're all very welcome. I've been so happy to host. I was so excited when Melissa told me that I was going to be part of this because I had signed up and then completely forgotten that I signed up, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Yeah, we're all going to be," and I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome!" So this is only my second live ever, but I'm so happy to chat with y'all. This is such a fun thing to do. I'm totally a homebody introvert, so the idea of being able to like hang out with people and chat and not have to leave my home or wear actual clothes is so awesome. I am wearing actual clothes, but I don't have to. That's the nice thing. So yeah, Allie, I like to listen to people too. That's what I do most of the time is I put them on and then I go do other stuff. Yeah, Pippa said the full playlist has been linked. Yeah, she's linked the full playlist. So definitely, if you're not ready for the fun to end, then connect to that playlist. Keep following along because the DP-a-thons, the lives are going to continue on through the night and into tomorrow. So the fun does not stop around here. It just keeps on going. I am the only one that loses stuff in my house. I can't remember where I put it. Yeah, Cajun Sunshine. I'm having the worst time because I used to be that person where somebody would be like, "Well, where did such and such go?" "Oh, it's, on the top left corner of that shelf in the back of the room in the this place and the that, the back of the garage and the left." I used to be that person, and ever since we moved into this house, and we've been in this house for about 5 years now, but ever since we moved into this house, I don't know where anything is anymore. I cannot remember where I put things, and bless it if I put stuff away while somebody's here and I'm talking to them, like if I'm trying to tidy up while I'm chatting with my husband or a friend or something like that, then goodness help me when I try to find that stuff because I will never find it again. I don't know what has happened to my spatial memory. It is really not good now. Oh, Elizabeth Ensley, no, it's not over quite yet. We still got almost 30 minutes. Almost 30 minutes. Oh, you lost 20 bucks. That sucks. Evangeline Lilly. Yes, exactly. Evangeline Lilly. I like her a lot. She's been in a bunch of other stuff now. But that's when I first discovered her and I really like her. I think she didn't she play the Wasp in Ant-Man, one of the Ant-Man, multiple of the Ant-Man movies. Um I love Marvel movies, y'all. I love them. Allie's Pursuits. She was sort of like a medium brown haired chick, I think. I don't think she was blonde. Hi, Sarah Wilson. Welcome. Glad to have you. You're welcome, Christy. You can always come into my lives and just hang out. Any live that I ever do, I invite you here and now and give you permission to just hang out and never say anything if you don't want to. You have permission from now until forever. Oh my goodness. So I had a train of thought and now I've lost it. We were talking about losing things. I just lost my mind. Oh yeah, I think she was blonde in some of the flashbacks. You're totally right, Elizabeth. Totally right, Elizabeth Hensley. Marvel diamond painting, Gina. Is it like a big compilation with a bunch of the superheroes? I don't think I have seen it, but that sounds like it would be fantastic. So let me tell y'all, if you have not seen, what was it? Actually, this is not a Marvel movie. If you have not seen the most recent Terminator movie, you have to go see it. And the reason that I'm mentioning that, I did lose my mind at the other house, Elizabeth Adams. I totally did. If you haven't seen the most recent Terminator movie, you need to see it because I think it is one of the most fantastic passing of the torch kind of movies that I have ever seen. So there's been like a lot of this trend towards bringing more women into movies, like doing these gender swaps so that movies are more female centric and all this sort of stuff. And I think a lot of them have been unsuccessful. And I think the reason is because they're not making characters that make sense in the story. They're just dropping women in and trying to make it seem like, oh, we're more inclusive now. Well, the new Terminator movie does a fantastic job, I think, of making it a woman centric story without beating you over the head with it or really trying too hard to make it female centric. Because you have these three strong female leads who are just characters doing what characters do in a movie. And it's not like, look, we're awesome because we're women. It's just they are strong characters and they happen to also be women. And the story just does a really great job of giving them plenty of space to be strong and independent and whatever without making it all about those things explicitly. I don't know if I'm making sense to what I'm saying, but it's really, really good. And the reason I brought that up is because I was thinking about Captain Marvel and how that movie was really inspirational. And I wish that we had had movies like Captain Marvel when I was a little girl growing up, because when I was growing up, we didn't have things that would show us that women could be superheroes and that women could be strong without having to also be pretty and sexualized and all this sort of stuff. So having movies out there where a woman can embrace her emotions and use that as her strength, where a woman can be strong and independent and important without also having to be over sexualized. It's fantastic that these movies are coming out. So both of those movies, you should all go see them. Woman power, yay. It has a great background and all the superheroes are in color. That sounds really awesome, Gina. Teresa Addy, I try really hard to make them perfect. You see how slow I'm going? I think I've placed maybe 50 rolls in this entire time. I feel really proud of that, Diamond Dave. And I will say, I'm kind of like you. I have a hard time sometimes watching other people diamond paint because I'm so particular. And I think y'all can see how particular I am because I'm trying really, really hard to get my diamonds. Oops, sorry, to get my diamonds just right. And it's because I can't stand the gapping. I can't stand the cockeyed drills. And if you were here earlier, you heard me talking about the fact that I only place one diamond at a time because I refuse to put three down and then have to, or multiples down, and then have to go back and fix them anyway. I would rather just put them down correctly the first time. Uh-oh, Elizabeth Ensley's got that little mischievous dude there. She's gonna try to mess with Diamond Painting Dave. Don't mess with Dave. Don't mess with Dave. He's cool. Dave's cool. Honestly, if you're any kind of YouTuber and you have a cat, I'm cool with you. Cats are my favorite. I'm such a cat person. And I'm sad because, other people's cats want to be all in their lives and all in the camera and all this sort of stuff. And my cats are here, but they don't get up in my stuff while I'm diamond painting and while I'm doing floss tube and stuff. The closest thing that has happened was I was doing a video which is going to premiere soon on my channel. I actually did a video about all of that stuff that I uncovered in my garage, all that cross stitch stuff that I uncovered in my garage. And my cats made a small appearance in that video. So if you want to see cats, there's potential to see slight bits of cats in my next video that should premiere probably next week. So, and I will say you'll probably want to, if you're into cross stitch at all, you'll want to watch that because at least one of those pieces that I unveil in that video are going to be part of the giveaway that I'm going to do soon. I noticed before I came online today that I have over 90 subscribers now. So at 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. So, and I think my giveaway, I will probably officially announce in my next floss tube, which will not be next week, but the week after probably. Well, it might be next week. It'll be either next week or the week after, one or the other. Because I'll either do the premiere next week or I'll do floss tube next week. It depends on if I have time to film. It also depends on a couple of things arriving for my stash flash. I've ordered a few things that I'm waiting anxiously on. And if they show up by next week, then I may go ahead and do my floss tube next week. So yeah, OCD absolutely hits when you diamond paint. And that's one of the reasons that I like squares so much, is because squares are very satisfying. Oh, you have a kitten, Cajun Sunshine. Aw, I love kittens. I love cats. I love every feline, everything. I'm so sorry that somebody left her in a box. That's awful. Who already has 105, Bianca? Are you saying Cajun Sunshine has 105 cats? Or are you talking about my diamonds? I placed 105. Oh, I have 105 subscribers. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Goodness gracious. Okay, they're going up as we speak. Holy crap, people. That's exciting. Okay, so yeah, definitely there will be a giveaway very, very, very soon. Very, very soon. So I actually, because y'all are all diamond painters, or probably primarily diamond painters in this room right now, I do also have a diamond art club painting that I am looking to probably use for a giveaway. So what I might do, thank you so much, Peppers. What I might do is do sort of a double giveaway, and I'll have an item or two for 121. Wow. Oh, Shine Like a Diamond's here. She is the or they she I'm assuming a she um is the next YouTuber up, the next creator up. So make sure that you follow Shine Like a Diamond over to their channel once we are done here, and we are at the 15, almost at the 15-minute mark. 121. Oh my gosh. We just snuck in on you. Yeah, you totally did. Oh, Crafting with Christy was 115. Awesome, Crafting with Christy. So y'all are making me feel like I'm going to have to make this live thing like a regular occurrence. Is that what you're telling me? Is this going to have to be like a normal thing? I don't know what day I would do it, to be honest, because there's so many other fantastic YouTubers already doing lives on the weekend. And because I work a 9 to 5 job during the week, I don't know if I could do a live on a weekday. 125. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is fantastic, y'all. I'm so excited. Y'all didn't even know. Like, I started out, and when I had 10 subscribers, I was so happy. I was so excited because I didn't think anybody would ever watch my stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this floss tube thing, and Rachel's gonna watch it. Sorry, I keep bumping the thing. Rachel's gonna watch it, and that's gonna be about it. So it's gonna be me and Rachel sharing floss tubes. That's what it's gonna be. But now there are over 100 of you, and it is fantastic. So there will definitely be a giveaway very, very soon. I will do some kind of video for it probably next weekend. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Aw. Teresa Addy, thank you. Yeah, it's so funny. Rachel and I have been friends for ages. We met in college. If you followed her for any length of time, she's mentioned a couple times that we met in college. So we've been friends for over 10 years now. And so I known her long before she decided to do YouTube. But she's been out of the country for the last, oh goodness, I have known her for longer than 10 years because she's been out of the country about the same amount of time I've been with my now husband. And he and I have been together for 10 years. We've been married for 5. And so she's been out of the country for 10 years. So when she started doing a YouTube, it was the most fantastic thing for me because I'm like, I get to talk to Rachel again. I hadn't gotten to talk to her with any regularity in the longest time. And so YouTube is kind of how we reconnected. And it's been so fantastic being connected to her on YouTube. And I've been so excited. She's gotten me so inspired to do the YouTube stuff. And I mentioned earlier, I was going to try to do some diamond painting videos several months ago, but it's so difficult with the camera angles and stuff. So then I started doing floss tube because I can just talk right to the camera, and it's fantastic. I love doing that because I love cross stitch. I love sharing my cross stitch. And so now I've done a couple of lives, and lives are super fun, and y'all make it fun. I mean, a live is nothing if there's nobody to talk to, and y'all have made it so fun. I appreciate every single one of you being here. And Teresa Addy, I'm so happy you checked me out. I'm so happy that Rachel made you feel like you wanted to check me out. Yeah, Elizabeth Inslee, I will. I might try to do maybe an every other week live. I don't know if I could make it an every week thing, but yeah, I think it would be fun because I don't work on my diamond painting as much as I would like, and I think a live is a good chance to get myself to focus on diamond painting. I've been spending a lot of time on my cross stitch. I'm doing a bunch of different cross stitch challenges and things like that. So in fact, once I get done doing my diamond painting here, I'm going to jump off and do a bunch of cross stitching because this weekend happens to be the 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. So I'm definitely not going to get 24 hours of cross stitching in this weekend. It's just not going to happen. I had too many life things I had to do last night and today. But I will switch over to other lives, and I will sit and cross stitch while I listen to other lives, and it's going to be a good night. Definitely. Yeah, Gina, I love the diamond painting community as well. It's been a really open and welcoming community, I think. And I've been happy to be part of it, and I'm so happy to be a part of this DP-a-thon too. Yeah, Cajun Sunshine. Apparently, I am on a roll. It's like I wonder if it's going to be like 150 by the time I do a giveaway video. That's going to be crazy. Teresa, yeah, I'm trying to do the 24-hour thing. I'm definitely not going to get 24 hours in this weekend. It's just not going to happen because I know that I can't stay up. Like if I got off now and tried to do 12 hours, that would be 6 a.m. And that's not going to happen first and foremost. And I know that I can't get 12 hours in tomorrow. So I'm going to do as many hours as I can. I can probably get maybe 6 or 7 hours in tonight, depending on when my husband gets home, and hopefully about the same tomorrow. So I might get 12 of the 24 hours. Oh, that's no problem, Teresa. I actually, Bianca, I have several cross-stitch problems. I have several cross-stitch projects going right now. The best thing to do if you want to see what I'm working on with cross-stitch is check out my Instagram. I believe I have my Instagram page linked, excuse me, in my profile here on YouTube. And it may also be in the description down below. I can't remember if I put it in my description or not. But my Instagram is connected to my YouTube account, and that's where I post my progress photos for all of my cross stitch projects. I'm working on a couple of different stitch alongs. One is the Animal Almanac stitch along from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And one is the 2020 Mystery Stitch Along from Linen and Threads. One is the Grimm's Fairy Tales from Cloud's Factory. And I'm also doing the Peppermint Purple Year of Blackwork SAL. Those are the active ones. And then I think I've got a couple more that I want to get into too. Sarah Wilson, definitely check out my floss tubes. I think I'm up to I think my next episode will be number 7. So I have 6 episodes that you can watch. You can check out the projects that I have worked on and will be working on going forward. And I would love to have you check those out. Those are definitely my main passion these days. Okay, I'm done. Oh, there's a J here. Yeah, so that's my main passion. I do love diamond painting. It's super relaxing, super, super relaxing. But I also love cross stitch. I'm super passionate about cross stitch. And my floss tubes are also where I show all the nifty stuff that I have purchased, all the different dyers that I have discovered and bought fabric from or floss from and all that kind of stuff. Crafting with peppers. Yeah, linen and threads. It's the Quaker style pattern. I didn't think I would be super interested in. But then I saw the first, for whatever, I think part of it was joining their Facebook group. I joined their Facebook group and saw everybody doing all the creative stuff, like using different colors and different variegated colors. And I think that's what really inspired me to get involved into the linen and threads stitch along this year. Because normally I wouldn't do a Quaker sampler. That wouldn't normally be my thing. But for whatever reason, I was like, oh, this looks really nice. I need to do this. So I jumped in on that. I think part of it is I'm stitching it on, I think, 32 count Lugana. I've really gotten into even weave lately. And I'm also stitching it in hand using the sewing method. And it's so relaxing to do the sewing method with a Quaker pattern with that style of sampler, because it's just, because you can really get on a roll with it. It's harder to do the sewing method with something like the Animal Almanac, because you're switching colors so often. If you're doing one color, the sewing method is so fantastic. Awesome, Bianca. Yeah, definitely check me out there. Not only do I post pictures of my cross stitch project, I post pictures of my cats. That's very important. If you like cats, check me out on Instagram. I have 4 babies. My oldest baby is almost 14. You don't see a lot of pictures of her because she unfortunately has to be sequestered from the other cats right now. She has to eat a special food, and she will eat their food instead of her special food if she's given a chance. So she's separate. But my other 3 babies are all about 2 years old, 2.5 years old now. We adopted them at the same time. 2 of them are litter mates. The third one just happens to be about the same age because we adopted him from the shelter at the same time. So they're about 2.5 years old. I love posting pictures of my cats. I also post lots of pictures of food because food is fantastic. I love food. I'm a super big foodie, just like Rachel. Yeah, crafting with peppers. I love the sewing method for certain kinds of projects because, like I said, it's just really soothing. I like the feeling of it. And I'm getting to the point now where I'm really kind of averse to using hoops and stuff. So it's kind of funny. Cajun Sunshine, I will definitely check you out on Instagram. Yes. If you have cat pictures, I will absolutely check you out on Instagram. I've been joining up with, or not joining up, I've been following a bunch of other cross stitchers lately too. But I have one of the biggest things that always pops up on my Instagram is black cats, because I followed a couple of love black cats, adopt black cats hashtags. So I see black kitties all the time. Two of my kitties are solid black kitties. So I have a huge love for black cats, especially. But Cajun Sunshine, I will check you out. I will totally check you out, girl. Totally fine. Okay, so we're almost down. We got about 8 minutes, folks. 8 minutes. This is going so fast. Oh my gosh. I don't want to have to say goodbye. I really don't. It's so hard to say goodbye. Okay, that was really bad. I apologize. I don't have any more J's. I'm out of J's, people. I'm out of J's. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna put these back in the bin, and I'm not gonna get out a new color because, like I said, I have been so anxious to cross stitch all day today, and I haven't gotten a chance to. I was going to try to cross stitch a little bit earlier, and I couldn't because I came down with this horrible migraine. Thankfully, I took some medicine. I laid down, took a nap. Oh, I dumped my drills. Oh no, y'all didn't see that, but I did. I totally dumped my drills everywhere. Okay, but I got a horrible migraine. I took some medicine, fortunately, and that took care of it. But it took all of my stitching time. By the time I woke up and was okay again, I needed to get a bite to eat and get set up to meet with all of you lovely people. So I'm gonna put this away, and then I'm gonna try to get these drills back in here. Y'all can't see my struggle. I'm glad y'all can't see my struggle. Okay, I should probably wait for 5 minutes and do this after y'all are off here, but I got it. I got it. Yay. Okay. See, what I usually do is that I have this, you can't even see because this thing is so wonky. Let me see if I can. Oh no. I can do this because it's the end of the live. That's why I can mess with the camera. So you can almost see this whole tray. So you can get these on Amazon. They're Tidy Crafts trays. You can get them on Amazon, and there's actually a big, huge one that I have too. And so what I usually do is I actually have my stuff sitting in this. So if I do something like that and I dump out all the drills, I can just stick them back in with the tidy tray. Black work is not hard to do, Peppers. Oh, I aged myself with that one. Yeah, was that Boys to Men? That's yeah. I'm a child of the 90s, as in I was born in the 80s, and so I remember the 90s. Yeah. But yeah, black work is not hard to do, Peppers. It's just back stitching. If you know how to back stitch, you can do black work. The tricky part of black work is doing the design so that you don't waste waste too much of your floss, and that just takes practice. But really, use as much floss as you want. There are no real rules. You just do what you want. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I try really hard because I'm super annoyed by funky drills. It just makes me crazy. And I love all the diamond painters that I have watched, but sometimes I just cringe especially when people are using multi-placers. It makes me crazy to watch them. So I'm very particular with how I put my diamonds down. Oh yeah. Working on black fabric is really difficult. I haven't worked on black fabric before. I'm not sure if I ever will. Alleys, yes, migraines definitely suck. I fortunately mostly get sinus migraines, which are not as bad as traditional migraines, I think. I don't get I get some vision issues, but I don't get a lot of the other crazy migraine issues that some of my friends do. Let's see. A bead tray. Yeah, this is, I guess it's a bead tray, Marissa. This thing. I just like it because I am definitely one of those people that has a propensity for dumping stuff all over the place. So this keeps me from being able to dump it, but so far. Sarah, my migraines usually, they last they kind of come back and forth. So I'll take some medicine and it goes away, and then it might be several hours later and it kind of creeps back in and take some more medicine, and it might go like that for a couple of days. Um, yeah, this light pad, I think I got this light pad on AliExpress. This is an A3 light pad. You can't really see it because my camera is so close in on everything, but this is an A3, I think, which is a little bit bigger than an A4. You're very welcome, Mickey. Sinus cold and the flu. Yeah, definitely. Yay for one placers, Allie. Yeah, guys, we got 2 minutes. It's 2 minute warning to get over to Shine Like a Diamond. I am so thankful that you all came in. I am so happy to have chatted with you. Thank you all so much for joining me and making this such a fun hour and a half. I can't even believe that the hour and a half is over. I would happily sit with y'all for another hour and a half. So I think I will probably do some lives in the future. So definitely keep an eye on my channel. Check me out. My next floss tube will be up in a week or two, and I will certainly have a video very soon about a giveaway, since apparently I'm way over 100 subscribers now. Thank you all for helping that happen, and good luck to you in the upcoming competition. And you don't use multi-placers either, Bianca. Yep, definitely. Single placers only. You're so welcome, Susan. I'm so glad that you stopped in today. Thank you all so much for being such a great crowd. It has been such a fun night. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great time checking out the other creators, and I hope you all have a good evening. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. You're all very welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you, Pippa. I appreciate it. Thank you, Teresa. Y'all are awesome. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, definitely, hit that thumbs up if you had a good time, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to check out more. If you're interested in my cross stitch stuff, check out my floss tube. Definitely check all that stuff out, and hit the bell if you have a mind to be notified whenever I post stuff. Thank you all so much. Bye, Sarah. Have a good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you.